Dependency breeds servility, and it's a cycle that operates by law. Welcome to the neo-feudal trap, where dependency breeds slavery. Corporations are trusts built on fraud, and AI is locking you in forever. Never heard this before? I'll break it down with hard proof. History, laws, and the oligarch's endgame. First, let's unpack dependency. Imagine you rely on someone for food, water, your job. By law, the more you depend, the more you bend to their will. It's called servility, legal slavery. Black's Law Dictionary 1910 says a dependent must obey their provider, like a serf serving a feudal lord. This is where common law is a double-edged sword. Independence and self-sufficiency ensure your sovereignty, while dependency on welfare and benefits ensnares you into an indenture. The Declaration of Independence, 1776, rooted in the laws of nature and nature's God, promised liberty, but dependency flips that. The 14th Amendment, illegitimately ratified at gunpoint in 1868, makes you a person under federal control, granted privileges, immunities, and benefits instead of your unalienable common law rights. Owing to the dependent nature of the 14th Amendment citizen on privileges, immunities, and benefits offered by Congress, when determining any act of Congress, Title I, Section 8 of the United States Code defines the words person, human being, child, and individual to mean every infant member of the species Homo sapiens who is born alive at any stage of development. This because infants cannot hold title and come under the wardship of the corporate state through the doctrine of parens patriae, which in Latin essentially means daddy government. Your dependency on government checks, welfare, and corporate jobs forces you to obey the state's rules, like a child under a guardian, enslaving you through dependency to a psychopathic oligarchy. Now, corporations, they're not just businesses, they're trusts, legal fictions designed to deceive. A trust, per Black's Law Dictionary, is a relationship where one party holds property for another's benefit. Corporations, like trusts, owe their existence to fraud, hiding true ownership. The Organic Act of 1871 turned D.C. into a municipal corporation, setting the stage for a corporate state. Rewind to the 1600s. The East India Company and Hudson's Bay Company, chartered by the City of London, were commercial arms of empire. They colonized lands, extracted wealth, and became the blueprints for the US and Canada. These companies weren't about trade. They were designed to work in tandem with the central banking cabal to bring the people of each nation under them in trust, go bankrupt, and enslave through a perpetual trust indenture. The plan was simple. Take control of education in order to deprive the people of their history and knowledge of the law. Engineer a financially illiterate society who believes debt is good. Then foster dependency by taking corporate control of all resources and churning out an unskilled labor force entirely dependent on menial corporate jobs for survival. By 1933, House Joint Resolution 192 killed the gold standard, making your labor the currency via bonds. Congressman Louis T. McFadden filed impeachment charges against the Federal Reserve Board of Governors and the Treasury on May 23, 1933, $80 billion stolen by the Federal Reserve. These charges are still open to this day. Your birth certificate acts as both title to your estate and a warehouse receipt, allowing Congress to mortgage you as collateral for the public debt. How do corporations keep you dependent? They built an artificial womb, a system where your every need is met, but at a cost. Indoor plumbing, grocery stores, fast food, low-skilled jobs making consumer goods, they make life easy but trap you. You rely on the system for water, food, work, even Wi-Fi. This isn't freedom, it's a cage. The Social Security Act of 1935 promised safety but demanded your labor via FICA taxes, $1.2 trillion annually, funding $2.83 trillion in bonds. Your Social Security number links to your birth certificate, making you a debt asset per the Investment Company Act of 1940. Heber J. Grant, in 1936, warned against this Townsend Plan, Social Security, calling it contrary to God's laws. Now we're on the brink of a new era, where digital currency and AI governance threaten to make this system permanent, stifling dissent before it even arises and enforcing compliance with financial strings. Learn more by searching Burn the Corporate Fiction on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and X.